Sampi, it feels like they're not in the same levels just yet as Saw, but they are going to be on the same level in this map. MATYS, he's the head of the spear here. Moving through onto the side. Arrows, it's a quick kill, and he even gets the second one. Roman coming through from short. Everybody of Saw already there, looking to stomp this entirely, but be alive if he stacks up there, and he does exactly that. MUTiRiS, he manages to get one, brings it into a level head, but Savannah, he's just going to plant onto the B site, not going to be faked out, and MUTiRiS, he still hasn't realized.
Yeah, this gets really weird. I mean, you hear this right now. If you're Savannah, you can already see he's already in spawn, knows exactly what's going on. MUTiRiS has to be loud about this because he doesn't have a kit. And yeah, I don't think there's a world in which he wins this. My thing's frozen. Okay, no, we're still alive. He's going to heaven. There's no time. We're back. It's fine.
Tagged. Sending him back over, joining the team, clearing out connector. Roman jumping over, and he's going to be that covering fire for MUTiRiS. Smoke goes down. Roman swings wide of the MP9. Doesn't manage to get anything. The Deagle, however, does do well. Khalil picked up by Tag. Nade in his pocket. Nicely provided, but Saw. That was unfortunate time, and otherwise Roman could have gotten at least a hit, but he still does that. Headshot on Tag with an Eagle of arrows. Can't get a second shot, though, and now you're stuck behind the truck. You'll go down, flattened underneath it. Jerks. Seconds. They're going to need to get a move on at some point.
I think the issue is they're going B. You're right. Time a limited factor. The only map control that Sampi really have got good ground in is short water. So now you're going into this setup. You're going into 3 players on the defense. First line of it is this. Oh, the fire's off. What's even more? Story doing everything.
Corner, but well, which of the players? Jerks. He's caught in between rock and a hard place. Slaps one out. Maybe even on Tag. He's got arrows helping him out. That's a huge letdown for Tag. Needed to at least trade himself out there.
That's really smart. You got the bait and switch. Arrozdoce is just taking like 1 step back. He's actually waiting for that contact to come out of connector. The entire thing is to isolate the player on an island. Space being taken though by the eLiVe. Good headshot as well. That's the up dispatched of. ewjerkz is on a really massive flank here. And Sampi are kind of looking back. They're checking over their shoulder. And ewjerkz has now got all this responsibility. Has to hold, but ewjerkz has gone down long instead.
That's good enough to catch them off guard. But if you're already checking behind, surely you take long into the calculation as well. But MUTiRiS, he might just be a minus part of this calculation. Meanwhile, ewjerkz, he's creeping up closer and closer. The eLiVe dead and out for the count. It's ewjerkz. He's got an up to try and hold on. There's no smoke. That at least helps him. Hits the first shot. The timer is starting to tick at this point. So, on the defuse, ewjerkz needs to hit this already. Basically shake their hands, and now they can go for that execute. Tag does check the corner, but Arrows is right there with them. Roman doesn't know it, but he can actually just grab that max, and they're rotating back over towards B. With 26 seconds. Seems like they're stuck in purgatory for a little bit. ewjerkz does manage to catch a bullet in his apple. The eLiVe opens it up, and MUTiRiS, even if you kill the bomb planter, there's not a whole lot that you can do about this round. And he's not even in a position to kill the bomb planter. The swing wide, but the eLiVe, maybe actually. No, MUTiRiS is being held by Savannah. And the rest of this round is pretty straightforward. Information angle. As soon as that smoke fades, he's the information that's gained and maybe even converted into kill. Arrows. Down into the open. Move through, dodges the flash. Doesn't matter at all. The eLiVe overwhelms him now. You've just got a FAMAS out on the site. ewjerkz, sure, you get one, but how much else can you do with it? 2E gun. Nothing on MATYS. That might just be the round done and over with. The Roman.
It starts to get a little bit worrisome. 45 seconds, Sampi taking the sting out of this round. Finally, Saw will try and take some aggression back, but they got to go toe-to-toe with MATYS, and he just deletes ewjerkz.
Roman pushes up. The eLiVe just holds him. Squishes his apple, and Sampi. There's not a lot of time left, but when you do it like this, perfectly holding each angle that Saw wants to peek from, that's unfortunate. The team in this particular instance, though, kills MATYS, and that is the top hitter for Sampi.
This is good, though, that he has backed off. They're actually going to call another rotation over. So Saw have got all the right pieces in the right place. I think Story's shoulder just got spotted out on long. He's dead right now. eLiVe will deal with him. And actually fires up on MUTiRiS. Roman now needs to hold his nerve, hold the line, but Bloggers instantaneously trades. Suddenly it's a 2 versus 2, and Sampi, they've got a shot.
10 seconds. Bomb goes down. Molly arrives too late. ewjerkz tries to get up close, but they're already up closer. Maybe something in the smoke, but Arrows, he's now giving his position away for sure. Spraying through, trying to find an opener at all cost. But it might be all cost. When he peeks out and there's an orb holding him. Arrows, there's no real way.
That gives Sampi that opening. And what's smart is you see the way that they reposition, they fall back over towards Dice. Plays it very safe. This one's very aggressive out of Saw. The eLiVe does deal with one, but he's now boxed in. Needs to try and escape. Tagged, holding for MUTiRiS. He just goes wandering. Just completely in the open.
MATYS as well on the B site already. It's just one kill in the way, but the bomb is down. I'm going to need to try and retrieve that, but MATYS got messed up on the timing. And Arrows, no trouble converting that. ewjerkz, however, steps loudly and Tags is going to find him out, tries to spray him through the wall, realizes that doesn't do enough damage, so swings wider. And Sampi, always from a position where it seems like they're trailing by 1 kill. It stays at that. They manage to find it back, and then they turn it around. Savannah getting the kill on Story. They don't really account for Arrows, but he's got an MP9. It's a vicious one, but Savannah, he now knows that he can just move over towards A, make it a foot race, but he's got a molly to at least block off a quick trailing. He gets the reposition wherever he wants. Arrows, of course, going to be aware of this. And it all is going to come down to Arrows.
Do you expect this, though, if you're arrozdoce? Do you expect this push through? Potentially, he's holding for it. Oh, he's being so patient. This is the correct play. arrozdoce should have the clutch in the palm of his hand. It's a stalemate. Shadow spotted. Kill secured.
Next law. I guess there's something. The odds, whichever way, will still be heavily against them. Sampi. They've been great at keeping themselves in this. In rounds where Saw found the opener. Sampi. Then Saw again. Then Sampi. And then Sampi somewhere find 2 kills in a row. And turn the tide. Story. Not by his lonesome. The shot goes next to him. Whistling past him. Oh, it gets tagged up a whole lot. It's Tagged who gets to kill on Roman. And this is all falling apart again for Saw. Tagged. He wants to aggress even further. Too much movement speed for Story to try and flick onto. And the bomb is going to go down. 2v4 retake. But there's only a util part in Arrows. He's thrown in Molly. And this is just over, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be. Smoke's going to fade in a second. That gives an opportunity on the player. But it's actually tagged. Oh! She tries to watch. She likes nuke. That's it.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll get that. Focus. Decides not to shoot, I guess. He's turned into a pacifist.
That was a bit weird, yeah.
Sampi, how do you respond after going a man down this time around? It's on the pistols. 2 flashes to at least get themselves into the site. That's just a decoy, no smoke at all. That could have been lights out for Sampi in this round. There goes the flash. Another one maybe to follow. MATYS, he's had a look over, but he doesn't check his corners properly, and the rest of them are all struggling for a little bit, but then they find that opener. That's all they need. Give Sampi an inch, and they'll take a mile. Even more so, they'll burn down your house entirely. Story gets a kill, but they're still on the... No chance at a refrag at all. Bloggers just gets free control over long. When it's a scout, all you really need to do is tag him up. He's going to have another one of those opportunities. Backstand before that can really turn into a fruitful one. All he needs to dive into the bank. Find a second life. Kind of like the 1600s where you can buy your ticket to heaven. Oh, wow. Savannah, eagle eyes. Plucks him out of the ground, I guess. A 2v3 still. Oh, wow. This is over. There's no way that Roman can do anything. They've tapped the bomb
for him.
Yeah, like there's just literally nothing. He needs to hold on to it. Maybe he gets a kill in the opening fight of this evening. But they're hampering. Second guessing, perhaps. Smoke goes down now. With 40 seconds, that certainly puts a strain on the timer that Saul put on this round. They still have another venture. Savannah, he hears that flash being pulled, peeks out of it, but Bloggers only gets the one, then gets overwhelmed by ewjerkz. There's an 8-4 still left in the eLiVe. Another moment where you get to show your 8-4 proficiency. The bullet, certainly, that's not going to be the issue. But they're rotating back in towards B. What a decision by Saul. They're going to have enough time.
They haven't shown this as well.
A nasty surprise for him. He's going to be able to call all this through. Surely Sampi expect them to be on the site, but now that Story has been able to move through, I don't think you expect somebody to be this close behind. They're still checking it. Nice shot out of Story. Savannah, this is where it will activate. See Story as well as the eLiVe actually gets that kill through.
Through monster, so it's committed here to this lower bomb site. And for Sampi, they just need to not second guess themselves.
Flash on tagged, fighting it out. Not much fight left anymore as the second FAMAS. That will do a bit of damage, but or Sampi rather. They're just arriving too late. ewjerkz jiggle peeks out a little bit, taps away every single time. Might be an opener here, but Arrows tucks his head back in. Bloggers. Okay, now you go for this again. Story, however, shut that down real quick, and now they're just gonna.
There is team play towards B, but you're right, over towards A, it's very much one and done. Also, what you got to consider is Sampi been playing that position that Bloggers was in for a number of these rounds, so it's going to be expected. Good starting connector. With Roman dealing with MATYS, but that's a great trade. Oh, but then I guess it doesn't even matter because all the kills are coming anyway for Saw. 2 versus 3, and they actually haven't got that much map control. It still gets a bit scary. Story's now throwing smokes, which gives over info to Bloggers, but he's dead.
That's it.
So I guess it doesn't matter.
And tagged 35 HP in a big dream. MUTiRiS doesn't spot his booty. Tagged. He done up.
Space and the angle. Oh. The flank doesn't do anything.
Ooh, well, it does something. Savannah does get another kill when Savannah doesn't have armor. And at this point, you're at a crossroads. It's a 2-on-2. Savannah surely has got a rifle laying about somewhere, right? Did Saul get rid of all the rifles there? Seems like it. Do you even go for this? You've bought an AWP. It's going to be an important piece to have in the next round. Tagged. He's looking over. Obviously no kits, and since they've just invested in Deagles. And tagged. Trying to bait them out with a shot. There's nothing going on here. Savannah on the opposite side, and now you run. Head for the hills if you're tagged. You want to get a kill on your way out, but you're tagged up yourself. Go slowly about it as well. So much utility left over in the pockets of Saw, but Sampi, they've got ample to respond with. Flashes go over, they don't even throw the smokes. Tagged, it's eLiVe first, and he gets the double. ewjerkz finally is able to respond. Tagged with another now coming and activating from barrels. Arrows well blinded up, does get the kill converted, and it's a 2v3. No post plant though, and they've only got 16 seconds to try and plant that bomb. Arrows creeping up, they've got somebody coming in from behind. Arrows is going to be able to clear out the corner. Nobody's keeping short. The eLiVe gets the kill on Story, and surely this is that's a sigh of relief here. Finally, you managed to get out of the smog and actually get some breathable air, but they still like to choke you out. Bloggers doesn't have a throat left anymore, no cranium at all, Matt. And Arrows decides that he wants more information about this, but you've only got 30 seconds to find it out. Roman, he finds the head of Savannah, does well in the duel against MATYS, but Saw, they don't care that there's 5 on this site. They'll still overwhelm it. The eLiVe peeks out, but ewjerkz will just shut him down. And there's no way out for tagged. He's locked in the cage. Spotted as well. Gets it. Now just a flash and a smoke left over. Saw.
The eLiVe. The eLiVe has spammed every clip apart from one. It is gun. Oh, no way.
Arrows tagged up as well. Oh, the kill found by tagged. And Sampi, they don't need utility. Just the rifles will do it. So, this would be a heart-wrenching defeat. You've gone so far. ewjerkz. Can't open the door. That will alert Bluggus and will activate MATYS' swing. And that's exactly what's happened. Wait, Bluggus, he just doesn't respond at all, but he stays on the angle. He's the one to finish it out. Sampi still 16-14.
Need a much better defense than what they showed us in Overpass.
Yeah, surely. It doesn't take a whole lot to have a better defense. Still, molly, smoke, 2 kills. That will always help a whole lot more than any utility that you could ever have. And Sampi, well, that defense in the very first round is easily overwhelmed.
Yeah, very nice pistol coming out of Saw, right? It's just a couple of flashbangs over the top. It's the entries all fall in favor towards the attack. And Savannah, the best he can do is just play for these exits, tucked up in towards ramp right now. Yet again, they flanked, saw a player all the way through hell.
MATYS, he's in a position to deal with that now. Savannah, okay, already had the bullets whistling past his face, still decided to go up, and ewjerkz didn't take Savannah into account. That's all the eLiVe. Nice kill on Story. That's the flank, just died out. And with 20 seconds remaining, Saw. And they've got the bomb very close to the site, but the chances at planting all hang in the balance of MUTiRiS. Gets the kill. Maybe with 10 seconds, there was enough there. You can plant on the opposite side. There's no molly or no smoke at way. The usual battle. Currently engaged outside. Double smoke setup. Preservative. Cool. Omen against the eLiVe. There's an AK in his hands as well. That's a bomb down. Hold up a second. The eLiVe, he could just duke it out. Sure, ewjerkz, he killed Savannah. But at the same time, the eLiVe would just throw a smoke. And ewjerkz is never going to be able to reach him because you've got MATYS on the site as well. This is a huge error out of the Saw. Tagged, he's going to get the kill on MUTiRiS. MATYS follows up with ewjerkz. And everything is falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. We can try and watch this 1 versus 4 attempt. arrozdoce can get the bomb. At least that's what it looks like at the moment for Saw. They're already through Hut. They're barreling their way through Squeaky, but it's the eLiVe who does make good on his promise. Anchoring down, and MATYS and Savannah, everyone chiming in. This time for Sampi. It's a bit of a mess because MUTiRiS collects a couple, but at the end of the day, it doesn't.
It works, it works. And at that point, a silly idea doesn't exist anymore.
He's on 5700 as well. Like, there's an argument for him just going like Mac 10 and then saving and getting an AWP in the next as well. That's now completely out the window. And, well, this round completely out the window.
Yeah. And the fall goes harder than if you fall off a vertigo. Sampi smack him about. Bomb in Sampi controlled territory. Great position for MUTiRiS, but without the bomb, there's nothing that you can make out of it. And he just goes secret again. And now you're in an eco again. MUTiRiS might just get peeked by MATYS. MATYS is instead holding the door and peeks MUTiRiS now. And I'm starting to run out of bullets. Story gets dinked, but it's through the wall. Gets off.
Good breathing room outside. Think about how many rounds that we've been discussing this, where Saw have been able to get beyond garage, in towards hell, in towards heaven. Need to see more of that. There's a fat gap in this smoke. See you later, MUTiRiS.
Okay. Catches the timing. Lady luck on this side. Sampi. That's a pivotal kill. The eLiVe does get it, but at this point they've relented control on the A side. It's a decent flash that actually sends them packing, but nobody peeks off of the back of it, and then the eLiVe will peek on out. Does tagged come as a surprise? It seems like maybe the third knows that he's going to be the one at the front line. Flashes himself out, but it's very passive. He doesn't want anything to do with it. And Savannah is labored on the first turnaround, but the second time when he peeks, he does manage to get that kill. Great start for Sampi, and now tagged. He's just an unknown factor here. They know that somebody might be around here, but now they confirm his position. Stuck behind the silo. It's duking it out. Left, right, center. You've got a teammate helping you out, and Tag getting another kill. That eases the pain here for Sampi, and 7 is indeed found.
Yeah, good reaction. Just having that extra player in towards CT. We keep mentioning it. The fact that
you're able to install some bionicle part of your leg. Make walking easier, but MATYS laid out flat. Rest of Sampi pushing onto A. There's a lot of pressure here, and as soon as you don't move out of the hut, you're just writing your own death warrant. But Bloggers and the eLiVe, they get a second lease here. They want to move into a different spot. The eLiVe, the time, and not in his favor. And it should be that lurk player doesn't get the kill on Roman. It's a 1v3 for Tag to try and convert the pistol.
Fair enough for Sampi, the fact they get the bomb down in this scenario. But it's not planted for him. They're going to open double door in a sec, and he's potentially going to be dead.
Situation. You're going to have enough time, technically, to let that smoke fade and then make your push. But by God, you're going to be cutting it close.
There's no flashes. You can't just... This is awful. Like, no, they're just dead. Like, this is... I don't know. I feel like when the second smoke comes in, let alone the third, but the second one, you're just like, okay, let's just change direction. Let's go somewhere that maybe just doesn't require... Oh, that's a phenomenal nade. Even better incendiary. He wants to just keep fighting. We'll take one kill. Oh, and the second, ewjerkz is doing everything at ramp.
Maybe MATYS. He's turning tide here. It's tough on the spray, but arrows does go down. MUTiRiS out into the open, gets the kill on Savannah. That's the numbers advantage again for Saw. Maybe Sampi can catch the timing somewhere. That's not a likely option. They know that you're going to be going towards A. The bomb going down, that's not really an odd thing to think about right now. You've still got somebody heaven tagged, scooting on over. At that point, MUTiRiS, he'll be able to move through, tagged. Plant that behind, and MUTiRiS does get that kill. It's become so impossible for MATYS. In a 1v3, does at least have an AK, but 2 full HP players. Flash goes through, they confirm his position, get
You got into this ramp hit. You've actually just got the AWP taking the contacts, and ewjerkz is in the corner. It's going to work out perfectly. They're not ready for it. ewjerkz with one instantaneous trade, but Story hits another leg. Guess what, arrozdoce? They're all here. This shot. That's a really big missed opportunity because it's actually a 3-on-3. And Story is getting overwhelmed by MATYS.
Uh-oh. So, they've lost grip. But MATYS was still reloading. There actually is a timing here for MUTiRiS. Nobody covering the door. MUTiRiS, he's not done with the Story. He'll just call out all the steps coming through. Roman closes the door behind him, and then he sets up a welcome committee with MUTiRiS on the opposite side, still not aware of Roman's position. They just heard that door close, and Roman, look at that. He was also holding the flank. MUTiRiS still gets killed by Bloggers, but an immediately trade comes through. And all hope for Sampi again lost.
Yeah, I mean, this one should have always...
I don't think there's anything similar that could happen like it did on Overpass. Because that was the turn at halftime, right? Right now, so they've had this in their firm grip the entire time as Tack gets squeezed out of the round. Oh my.
This is just home territory. Great nade as well, ready? Oh. Okay, and the spam's even better. MUTiRiS going for even more. Why?
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Sampi, they've got a Tech 9, you've got Story aggressing, and it's again another variation on the red container. They just keep on switching it up. It seems like they've got an endless array that they can send over there. And the nade delegation lands at the feet of the eLiVe. Roman, is he on the other side of this door?
Yeah,
oh my God, yeah, that's a bit too aggressive, and that actually gives a bit of feeding to Sampi.
We're going past ewjerkz on ramp and Story, who's rotated over. They're pushing into this. This is a little bit too over-aggressive. Story will hit the shot and the follow-up. There it is. MATYS does pass the test. Does get past Story. We need a whole new narrative to keep Sampi involved here in Nuke, and MUTiRiS has got him locked in. Dead to rights. This should be the kill right here. Oh, maybe not. MATYS 1v1.
Like a few footsteps. There won't be hurt by arrows. 40 seconds. And it all comes down to time. It's the only man that's actually been shown up, but he shoots a dead body. gives his position away. But Arrows, he still needs to come from heaven where you're basically fighting in a game of headshots anyway. But Arrows, he's got the HP to beat this, and he'll catch MATYS.
Or the gambling spiel, guys, please. Only bet if it's responsible. Only bet if you can afford to lose the money. Roman finds the header tagged, and Sampi lose a player.
Story. Sampi losing another player and another. We can just keep him coming. Story certainly wants to do that. They're not backing down from this challenge at all. In fact, they've only got one over towards the B site, but on the bomb is in a tough position for the eLiVe to retrieve. And as long as you move as swords and sandals,
I've no idea what that is. What's that?
It's like a browser game where, like, you're in an arena and you're fighting other opponents, and you could like shout, you could like stab them and stuff like that.
Speaking of competitive, this series has been a real spectacle to watch. Sampi, they're making the right move here. They're just contacting out A. And so we've already seen them show their hand in towards mid a lot of these rounds. Great trade out of arrozdoce, but your bomb site is completely open and prime for the taking.
Smoke goes through, and MATYS.
Oh, that's why. Just smoke the choke point.
Yeah, he wants to get cheeky, and in a moment like this, it's a win more mechanic where you're already in a great position. You don't really need to win more, but Plugger's phenomenal headshot at Arrows. You watch that from the sidelines, and the Story not got anything to tell anymore. Tagged Plugger. And I've seen this a whole lot more recently where they just completely leave A open for the taking, and the Story, he's fighting out a little bit. Makes it bite-sized for the retake. Sampi aren't even firmly in the site just yet. And oh wow, there's about to be a back creep on the back creep when you look at the minimap, but Arrows has felled Savannah. And even with the bomb plant in a 4v2 tag, that's a crucial kill to be getting. He's actually escaping as well. The pre-fire doesn't work out. Story just waits his turn, and the eLiVe. That's at least a free one offered up, and even a second one. Oh, he makes it out. This is becoming very tough for Roman. He doesn't have a kit. So they've just thrown this in the bin.
Still possible. Just needs to get this kill right here, right now. Need to swing it.
Well, they should be hitting as soon as you catch the side of somebody. Gets overwhelmed with emotion. He spares his opponent.
Yeah, this one you can just write it off already. Never expecting too much done with the USPs. Oh, they nearly lined up. Couple of kills for ewjerkz. Makes it a 2 versus 3. He's actually picked up an AK, and that's the bomb dropped. No, this shouldn't be happening. There's another one in Temple that Roman can pick up as well. And now he's just going to keep advancing, taking the fight. This is messy. This is dangerous.
Smoke. Molly. Flashes. In theory, Sampi have got everything that they need to retake that bomb. But even after that, I like this out of ewjerkz. He's rotating over to Donut anyway. He doesn't care about the bomb. Puts that in the pocket of Roman. Now with 30 seconds left, it's a fight like a gladiator. Savannah moving through. Roman has got eyes on the bomb. Go for a 2-pronged B hit. 5-man ramp push. Basically signing your own death warrant. The eLiVe might check in with the corner here anyway. Roman looks at his teammate for a second. Gives him a confirming nod. I'm ready for this. ewjerkz rotates over. And this is all falling apart for Sampi on the push. ewjerkz tears apart the head of Savannah even more so. Blog is sure he gets a return kill on MUTiRiS. Not an innocent bystander, but he didn't get any fragging done just yet. Story will start it right.
But they'll recover. They got the experience. And ultimately, that's what's going to put them head and shoulders above this team here. Just the amount of hours they've played, the amount of best of threes they've been playing, especially this year. arrozdoce does trade onto the eLiVe, but gets caught off guard. Battling toward mid, this time a lot more successful for Sampi.
The success hasn't actually netted them anything. Nothing that you can actually start converting with. No site taken just yet. So, I like the individual approach in this instance. But Roman, peek too wide, tagged, and MATYS are waiting for you. Tagged, crouching down as if saying to MATYS, jump on my head, we'll set up that crossfire that way. But now that MATYS is going away, maybe that pulls in Roman. MATYS, he's right back to his spot. Sampi, they know that they've got time, and they're taking it. And at the same time, they're taking frags. Names off the board. And Savannah, he saw the barrel of ewjerkz. Sure, ewjerkz wins that duel.
Decision to go in towards B right now. Sampi just fill execute and charge forward. I was gonna say there was only one player here, but sort of actually rotated everyone over, and this is going to be the commitment in. Flashbang over the top to allow potentially ewjerkz to swing. It's perfect, but he can only find one. Boost now being established. That's also been spotted out by Sampi and the eLiVe. His position.
So, clean sheet, but also their last one. No more trees to get down, get a new sheet of paper. Roman smokes himself up, but in the meanwhile, MATYS, my goodness, man, Roman finally puts a pin down and make him trip Roman onto the site, dukes it out. Oh my, Roman gets the 3-piece. Saves Saw out of sticky situation. They'll retain control of the site, the bomb, the round, everything.
That is a breakdown in communication for Sampi there. You should never be allowing Roman out of that doorway. And even if he does get out, just make sure that both of you are holding the angles in which he could swing. There was only 2 of them, and instead they get caught completely off guard. Where's this bomb? Oh, it's right in the back of B. So Tagged is going to go on a long adventure in the backlines. There is a timer on this. At some point, Saw will turn around. Oh, and it's now. Spotted.
Okay. Yeah, that's the killer of the round.
Corey's still going to take the first contact here. And keep your eye on arrozdoce, because he's pushed all the way through A main.
What a kill by ewjerkz. Oh, Bloggis. Phenomenal way to start it off. And hey, don't really need to press. And oh, yeah, arrows. Wow. From the side, slides in, provides them death. He's the Grim Reaper for Sampi. They're holding the angle now, but I mean, arrows doesn't even really need to peek it.
They're pushing this. They want to take the space back. The eLiVe, yeah, he's going to get caught off guard. 1 for 1. Roman's still posted on this angle. Sampi working their way through cave. It's ending B.
Savannah, smoking the way, but he's going to find some plumes as well with the molly. Savannah, sure, you get 1 kill, but they forget about Roman. Tagged, however, has it got him right in his sight. Story to follow thereafter. So, mid-approach. Roman through main. Everything points toward an A-side push. I'm going to copy Sampi's antics. Tagged, nice first shot. How many else can you get? First one is never the tough one. That's where you still have to drop, and Saw they managed to clear out the site. Bloggers also gets a drop on MUTiRiS. Flat on the floor. Sampi. So they want to aggress this early doors, but now the Bloggers spots a great flash by the eLiVe, and Bloggers, oh my, it's like he's got an AWP. He's just one-tapping everybody, but honestly, that's been a strategy that's working great for Saw. They've been on point with their aim, but it looks like just a quick A hit. Tagged. How ready are you for this? All the user that they've got goes through, and they're all being thrown into the vulture by Tag. MUTiRiS did get a kill. ewjerkz now as well, and all of a sudden this becomes possible for Saw. They've removed the linchpin from the site. ewjerkz just keeps on going. The eLiVe only gets the 1. MATYS is now spotted out. The bomb is going to go down. MUTiRiS just toying with him a little bit. They're toying with him all too much. His arrows is also spotted.
Yeah, this is a worrisome time for Sampi, because as that economy just keeps getting battered and bruised, it's only going to favour that T side. Mid-fight, though. Oh, coming up in favour. Savannah with a huge multi-kill. Sure, gets traded out, but at the end of the day, it's still really good space being taken by Sampi, who have also just dinked another.
Savannah. Story. If you want any chance here, especially need to convert that frag if he's even willing to give you that duel on Savannah. He's eager for it, a bit too eager. ewjerkz will show him why.
Wow, Sampi as well, the reaction to now take all the B control. However, this now gets weird, because as I'm saying that, ewjerkz has walked in spawn. Story now gets the information, hey, they've pushed shelf. So arrozdoce, all he needs to do is just stay alive. ewjerkz hits the kill, and now we can get the bomb plant down.
Another buy at the very minimum, baby. ewjerkz, what else have you got? Oh, 1 HP. More spray. Nope, arriving.
Mid-control rains out. Roman's hoping for an opportunity to strike. arrozdoce needs to clear this corner. He does, but tags hits the headshot.
Yeah, so they're still playing it in the same way that they were, and Roman doesn't want to change that at all. He gives away his AK barrel already. MATYS is going to strike, and thus far, so they're just peeking into angles that they know that they've got nobody there to back up. If the individual doesn't stack up to the challenge, it's just lights out. MATYS even repositions further.
From sort. They're going to just dump all the util. They're going to run it in, but they're being a little bit more quiet, which means that tags won't hear any of this.
Going together as a unit. You've only got MUTiRiS on the donut flank. That's kind of as soon as all the attention is drawn away. Bloggers, he's got a scope right on them, though. Doesn't pull the trigger two times in a row, and now all of a sudden, Dagalil was up close with the shot, and Roman is going to punish. Cracks the whip within a second, and MUTiRiS gets another kill on Savannah. That's his job done. 3 on 3. Up in the hands of Roman. No chance to reach Story. No need either. Story down and out for the count. The eLiVe joining the tag duo. Sampi still look for a retake here. Timer halfway done. Of course, they've got kits. There's no worry about that at all. But the bomb is planted in an awkward spot for us all. Roman whiffs the shot. That base
fall apart though, because Bloggers is still posted here. If Story goes around the corner, goes into cave, Roman has to come back and clear this.
So awkward though. Story is the one clearing it. Bloggers quicker on the trigger. Why not have your player who's in the site already move through? Now Bloggers is looking back at it, gets another shot converted. And so what was a fantastic position all falls apart. Because they didn't trade. Bloggers got away with a kill, 1 and done. Arrows shows himself. There's only 20 seconds left, and with the molly in the way, they just can't reach anything. As long as the eLiVe just runs away, they can call for the rotations coming over. MUTiRiS needs to step on the gas, but instead gets stepped on his tail a little bit. MUTiRiS will survive that altercation. Oh, this is a huge one. All of a sudden, you've got a bomb plant coming through, and it's all in the hands of Bloggers. They retreat, find a post-plant position. No way for Bloggers here. With 22 HP, even the idea of smoking off the bomb and just sticking the defuse will probably cause death. And Sampi, they did so well, was just over. Nothing that they could have done. Sampi had enough money. Savannah up close. MUTiRiS right around the corner. That's a freebie picked up. And Roman, he follows into the grave. A mass one might be dug out. So they want to capitalize upon this space given. Bloggers doesn't give them an inch, though. Just a Lupua Magnum.
Oh, wow. We'll get traded. I mean, this round is just aggression out of Sampi. This is the most far advanced we've seen them. Start a round out shelf, out cave. And it just overwhelms Sort massively. The flashbangs, they're so good. Story might be able to get one. Carve open opportunities. ewjerkz, Story, even arrozdoce on some of these lurk holes and these flanks. Sampi, you can't overstep.
Show your face. So would be eager. Take that opportunity to greet you with a bullet. The eLiVe showing his face plenty of times, but now throws that smoke. That's going to bloom too late, though. They're already onto the site. The eLiVe ducks back in for the flash, and oh my, this is strong out of Sampi. It looked like it was all going to fall apart. Story at least gets 2 in return, but and the bomb plant, it's good enough. 25 and 14. What can the man do? Another kill? Maybe, just maybe. If he wins the battle against Savannah, it basically comes down to Bloggers hitting his AWP shot.
Essential. Really essential for Sampi right now. And they've pushed. Look at all this control they've got out towards B. Roman's aware. Roman's holding for exactly this. Saw in the meantime. Ground gathered in mid. But it's Savannah. Low HP in Donut. The flashbang gets him off the angle. Wow. But MATYS hits the collateral. Are you kidding me? That's the bomb dropped as well. I just can't keep up with what's going on.
2 players up against 3, but Savannah now cleared out. MUTiRiS, he makes this alive. He gets it into a palpable position. MATYS, he shows up. And that might just be it.
That is it.
Surely, right?
He knows.
I mean, if MUTiRiS gets a 1-tap, he should know as well about MATYS. He's right around the corner. MATYS, it seems like he doesn't know. It's a tough call to make at this moment. It'd be a pill to swallow. The eager department, Borges with the orb. Strikes on MUTiRiS, and that's an AK down the drain, unretrievable by Story since he's fighting it out around. The shadow spots it. The Alive is going to reply with smoke. He doesn't want anything to do with them. They're still moving through cave. Sure, wants to look to explode here. ewjerkz, he gets the head of one. Roman returns to kill one of the Alive, and the trades end with the Roman kill.
I don't think they're committing. They're not committing to B here, because look at this. arrozdoce is still out A, and he's walked. He's heard the rotations. Oh, wow. The bomb going to be picked up. They're ending A.
Roman, wait, Savannah, he didn't respond at all. This is going to end A, but it's a 2v3. Arrows, he makes it a 2-on-2, though. And this is all given away now. Sampi, they know that they've been fooled. OT seems next door right now.
Smart to just save the utility. Bomb planted for CT. No smoke. But both of these players have kits. No one's looking in the direction of Donut. But that's fine, because you don't need to. They are just playing for this bomb. This feels unlosable for Saw.
Bloggers goes on the angle of CT. There's not a whole lot that they can do. Oh, they've wrapped around fully already. Yeah, this is over. Savannah, he's going to be able to get that defusal through. Story. Ooh, got us close for a second, but he's got that locked. They've yet again got a player over towards B, but you can't fake it out too much, and that will just take all the wind out of the attack on A. Tagged. With a double up setup, if they all get killed, money might become a factor later on, but Tag gets a nice kill. You don't expect that angle. Story returns the favor on Savannah. Oh, tagged. It looked like he was blind, but on the kill feed shows that he's far from it. He goes even more aggressive, perhaps. Tagged. Can he get this kill on Roman? Pushes through. Tagged. He's been spot on with the AWP shots, and again, he just gets it through. Arrows, the final man remaining, spotted. Tag, no need to offer yourself up. Just hold.
Yeah, I mean, this round's not being won by arrozdoce. If Tag hits this shot, or Bloggers, A's been where most of the gaps have been exploited. And it's A in which Saw are going to try and work their way forward. Got to get past Bloggers, but he smoked off. Timing shots. Oh, nearly connected. ewjerkz just running through a smoke of all things.
Flash. Suicide. Story pushes tagged onto a sword, though. Sampi. Plenty of time to rotate over Bloggers. He's about to find out, too. He knows so much information now, but all is falling apart. MUTiRiS, he's able to get a piece of the puzzle here. So, they're getting ripped to shreds, though. That's just MUTiRiS left alive. What can he do? Gets a kill. And Bloggers, he'll get the kill, and going off of contact is great until you figure out that Sampi have got that all red, and they've walked right into Bloggers. MATYS also gets a kill, and another one as well. That just leaves MUTiRiS and Sampi. They get all three. Surely. This is just over, right?
Feels like it.
And they want to do it flawless. It got pushed into OT, and they took that personally. Story, he's been the man of the hour, though. We'll make sure the timer ticks out for the Alive. Arrows also gets to kill Savannah, however. Pushes a bullet in the head of Roman. But the bomb is out on A, so there's no going back here, Sampi.
Oh, what a nade.
Bomb. Or nade, excuse me, perfectly on them. Tagged on the elevated position, maybe. No. Doesn't have the vision on arrows. Molly sure pushes him away, but there's a smoke obscuring the vision.
Just read into. I said it as soon as they swapped over. I was like, well, they're going to go A. They even had the fast lineups, but you've got Story hitting the shots. You've got arrozdoce just waiting for his contact and then swinging, and you got the rest of the rotations with good utility. That's one chance removed from Sampi. And for Saw, that's one hurdle overcome. They just need 2 more.
Okay. Really not.
Surely not.
They've got utility
That's
as
a
well.
cool boost.
Yeah, with the molly there, there's just plainly not enough time. Unless they all line up perfectly for you. And they're running. They're making their advance. Savannah does get another kill. Hold up.
A lot of players out mid early for them.
Tags up Savannah, MATYS.
Oh, if they go through the right side of the smoke here, they're going to catch Story.
They're going to catch him anyway. Story rips up a shot. Makes it rattle. That's the top dog, Bloggers. He's singing loudly as well. But no victory songs just yet. Still need to stick it out. 3v5 though. Feels like it's almost a done deal. MUTiRiS, what can you offer up? What have you got for your team? Bullets in his face. The eLiVe gets a second and this is all over. So they're singing their last song in CCT right now. They're not making it past the round of 16 unless Roman can get a 1v5 clutch. The first one, sure, but he's dropped down to 32 HP. There's just nothing. Baits out a shot from Bloggers, but the second time that Bloggers lays his eyes upon him, he'll make sure that this series is done and over with.